get this show on the road, everybody. It's Friday. Heck yeah. It's the weekend time. And how about some Mandalorian spoilers, shall we? Little of this, little of that. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well here tonight. I'm Rob vonShoe. Welcome to the stream. We are going for milestones in the 5-star featured Kingpin arena. I am just about ready to get the infinite streak. I have been not doing arena the last day and a half here. I am okay with that because I've been pretty busy doing some other cool stuff. But that is neither here nor there. It is Friday night. Let's put up some points, punch some dudes in the face, and have a good time. With that all having been said, but before we get too much farther along, I do want to take a minute and welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Always plenty of cool stuff coming down the pipes, but I'm going to be harping on this an awful lot here for the next 3 weeks. Biggest news in the newest shameless plug is there's an open invite, guys, for the Season 1 finale of the 3-star SmackDown. So I am inviting anybody and everybody who is interested to submit their 3-minute gameplay using 3-star Elsa Bloodstone against Rumble Legends Winter Soldier. With no boosts, damage mastery is optional, and any synergy team to your liking. See who can get the fastest 3 times, because those guys are going to be featured in the finale video and earn eternal glory. Season 1 has been absolutely fantastic so far. I've had a heck of a good time doing it. And I think it'd be a lot of fun to have an open invite here, wrap up Season 1, and maybe, you know, make it a thing here. And to Season 2 perhaps as well. But that is it for a shameless plug here tonight. How's it going, everybody? Want to say a big howdy, big welcome to PP, who is first tonight. What's good, PP? And Designs, following up behind with subtle jab, saying they've just been lurking for 15 minutes before that. All the same, guys. It is a pleasure getting to see you. How you doing? And a big hey there, hi there, back at you. Sorry, I was sitting down to start off the stream here, and just was getting caught up on some Alliance chat and whatnot, and then went down the rabbit hole there on Discord, and you know, one thing leads to another, and next thing you know, it's, oh boy, a couple minutes after the top of the hour, and that means it's time for me to get rolling. But as the title implies, and like I said at the top of the video here, tonight is the Mandalorian spoiler cast. So anybody who wants to talk anything, all things Mandalorian Season 2 from Episode 1 all the way through the finale, feel free, more than welcome to. The season is going to be spoiled in its entirety. So if you have not yet seen Season 2 of Mandalorian, you are more than welcome to hang out. But I cannot promise that it will not be spoiled for you. It was a fantastic season, and I have been itching to talk about it. And, yeah, there we go. Noel stopping in and saying, what is internal glory? Well, internal glory is when you just eat something that's really nummy, and it just fills you with that warm, fuzzy sensation, right? Eternal glory, though, is what I'm going for. That you get permanent bragging rights. That you are an Elsa Bloodstone master. Which, you know, is just right up there with internal glory in my book. But I will say this, it will be a very interesting competition. It will be a very tight competition. But the nice thing with Elsa is that she allows for an awful lot of customizability in the way that you can play her. So like I was saying in the promo video that aired a little bit earlier today, if you haven't seen that, that's top of the page there. It goes over the rules and what to expect, cutoffs and all that good jazz. But Also, Bloodstone is just as good with damage masteries as she is without, so whichever you want to run with, either running with the damage masteries or without them, feel free. And then feel free to mix match masteries and synergies as well. Sky is the limit, guys. Sky is the limit. Zach stopping by saying, hey, Rob. What's good, Zach? Happy Friday, bud. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. How's it going? What are the odds that Luke killed Grogu in between Mandalorian and Last Jedi? Well, it just depends. Just depends. Depends if he talks in his sleep, if Grogu talks in his sleep, or if he wakes up with a bad dream. I don't know, Luke goes all homicidal maniac. You never know. Based on the popularity of the character, though, I would be very surprised if they decide to kill Grogu off when the temple burns. I would be very surprised. And in all honesty, I half expect Grogu to be either the like a focus point of, or at least a strong B supporting character in a future Star Wars trilogy. So it isn't like, you know, High Republic or any of the Low Republic, right? Kind of stuff. But it's like, let's jump ahead, you know, a few hundred years in the future, right? So, you know, what's going on 400 years after Jedi, right? Then Grogu is still derping around as like old man Grogu. Catch up on, you know, what the galaxy's been up to. See if the Vong have invaded or anything like that. And go from there. Grogu will grow up nice and strong with that blue milk. Oh yeah, especially now that we know where blue milk comes from. You know what I think that was? I really think that was the director just putting that reference or that in there in the movie so people just shut up about blue milk. He's like, how can I just make people miserable for no good reason? I mean, they still sell blue milk at Disneyland at Galaxy's Edge. But still. It's completely unnecessary. Not much, doing pretty good. I don't know if you remember, but I stopped by last stream for the Lags raid. I do, bud. I do. I remember. It's good to see you again. Thank you again for coming by on the Lags raid, and more so for coming back here tonight. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Always like to ask what weekend plans are for you guys. It's been a little bit interesting here the last almost year now. Weekend plans are not quite as involved as they used to be in some cases. But if you got weekend plans here too, feel free to throw that in chat as well. Or if you're watching after the fact, throw it down in comments what you guys got going on for the weekend. Can live vicariously through you guys. Although I gotta say, this weekend for me is gonna be pretty interesting. Tomorrow is the Kanto event for Pokemon Go. So I got my ticket. I'm going to be enjoying that. I don't know if I'll be out and about for the entire thing, but I certainly am going to be getting my tickets worth of festivities. So that's my Saturday, and then Sunday's going to be a family day, which I always enjoy. PB says they should be doing some legacy storyline after they've done all the Mando tie-in storylines. Sort of like what if, like Marvel's doing as like one-offs, or like an entire series with like Cade Skywalker, or you know, whoever their new version of that's gonna be. I would really wouldn't mind a what if Star Wars as well. There've been enough interesting stories, like what happens if Luke missed the shot at the Death Star at the end of A New Hope, or what if Luke turned to the dark side at the end of Empire, or what if Vader was redeemed but didn't die at the end of Jedi. Stuff like that, you know. And especially now that you got, you know, 6 other canon movies and a whole heck of a lot of other tie-ins too, it could be really interesting for that. Nice, bud. Hope work went well for you. My work has shifted to be completely online now, which is nice. It's a change of pace, though. It's a change of pace. So, you know, I'm still working on the same kind of projects that I was before, just at home. Which I gotta say, I mean, again, it is nice. I'll keep on harping on that. For me, it's nice, but God, I miss the heck out of actually going into a building and like, you know, like water cooler talks and whatnot. PP duped APOC and took in the max sig. Nice, bud. Out of a featured crystal, I'm assuming, right? That's super lucky. Super lucky, very fortuitous. Good on you, bud. I mean, unless it was a prestige play. But the max sig for APOC gives him a little bit extra regen if he's been hanging back and derping about for a couple of fights. Alright, Gwenpool, you couldn't just, like, stop blasting me with your incinerate pistol shots. That'd be much appreciated. You know, for all the different champs that they've been buffing, I would love to see an Ultron buff. Like, both of them. Ultron and Loltron. Give them, like, a Magneto's-esque makeover. They don't need to be as good as Magneto, but gosh, they need something. Time Twin says, well, this side event is 100% crapola. Had tons of energy, so finished it, got all the Shatterheart crystals, got the calves, got every single one of them 3 stars. All that work for less than trash. I know how you're feeling, bud. I know you're feeling. I had, like, barely better luck. Like, I think I got maybe, like, 4 or 5, well, that's interesting. 4 or 5 4 stars, but yeah, for the rest of it, nothing. Not a single 5-star. Not a single 6-star, nothing exclusive, just junk. So, yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you there. It hurts. The worst part of it, though, too, is that, like, for the last time that they did this, for those X-Men crystals, same story. Same story. Nothing. Like, if it was something where they would do this repeatedly, or give you a chance to get more, like, if they just had, like, these Valentine's crystals in the store instead of, like, the Kingpin crystals right now, I would be much more excited about that. Because I would love to get a 5-star classic Daredevil. I really would. He would be an instant awakening, instant Sig 200, instant, well, rank 4, just because I don't have any tier 5 basic, but Yeah, man. Especially with the 17% drop rate. Well, for 5 stars, it's the best odds that you're going to get for that. But my condolences all the same. All that having been said, though, we still have, like, what, 2 weeks left of the event? A little less than 2 weeks, and I have barely put a dent into the Cavalier level side event for the regular monthly quest, let alone a freaking 4-star challenge. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I'm just not excited about it. I'm not excited about it. It's a bunch of free loot. The loot is really good. All those 6-star shards, a tier 5 basic, some tier 2 alpha. It's good stuff. 10% tier 5 CC. Good stuff, but I think though that's just me and my current mental state for grindy content like that. Like, if they were to introduce an event where you could, I don't know, use a lesser known character and, I don't know, either rack up amount of points for, like, style points for, like, KOs a certain way, or, like, being building up to the biggest, spiciest combo or something like that, where it's, like, actually character specific, that to me would be a lot more interesting. Like, the stuff that I'm doing right now, just for, like, the YouTube channel, just exploring some of the interesting, quirky things that characters can do, or ideal matchups, or just laying waste because you're cheesing something. That's so much fun. That's so much fun. But, yeah, I don't know. Again, that's just me and my 2 cents where I'm coming at for right now, but who am I kidding? I'm still probably going to do it last minute. Jacob stopping in saying, "What up, Shoe? What's good, Jacob? How's it going with you, bud? Happy Friday. Welcome to the spoiler stream right here. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully I can buy the Grandmaster Crystal from the events, because I'm about to get uncollected. I'm not sure how that works. I know for, like, the unit-based offers and whatnot, that if you get to the next progression level, it usually resets, so you can get it a second time, or at least you're upgraded to the next level stuff. But as far as, like, quest-based things like this, I'm not sure how that works out. Hopefully. And you popping in saying hello. Well, hey there, hi there, back at you, bud. Welcome. Good to see you. How's everything going with you here this fine evening? Hope it is well. All things considered, I mean, I know I was just, like, talking down on the side event, right? But my excitement for the game and some of the things in the game, and especially some of the fun community stuff that people have been doing a la carte, separate from the main campaign, it's just really exciting. It's just really exciting, and I have not had as much fun with the game as I have been the last couple months, just because of that. So it's cool. It's cool. Someone should do a video on that sometime, Time Twin, showing the difference between real-world value and in-game value. Because some of the offers, and then some of the crystals especially, have a fantastic in-game value relative to what, you know, is available otherwise or elsewhere or any of that. But in terms of real-world value, Different story. Different story. Hope we have a good March event. I'm at 3,300 6-star shards, and it would be my first 6-star. I hope so too. I'm always hoping for like another like Rockets Scrapyard or that Mutant event that they had a few months back. Mutant Treasure Island, right? Like that is just peak game design for this game, at least in terms of like work that you gotta put into the event relative to the rewards that you get out of it. And besides, the more choice that the game gives you in terms of the loot that you get for spending the time to play the game in the first place is always a plus. Man, Falcon popping in. Greetings, Rob. Well, greetings, Falcon, back at you, bud. Howdy, howdy. How's the day been? Also, a reminder to you guys here too, I forget when it was last year, but there was a spring cleaning event, which was like a Cyber Weekend Light sometime here in the spring. I'm not sure if that was March or if that was April last year, but they had said in the past that that was something that they wanted to do again for obvious reasons. I'm gonna look that up right now actually, because now I've piqued my own curiosity. End of April, I was saying. So we got a little bit of a ways to go for that, but that is a something else to keep your eyes open for as well, because if there's a bunch of unit-based bundles there, then that'd be something good to save up for. And then to your point, great way to possibly get some extra 6-star shards that way as well. Noel says, play MCOC on a Motorola. Well, there you go. How does that work for you? That's not me being snarky. I'm genuinely curious. How does that work out for you? I play on an iPhone and the screen time weekly on MCOC is scary. I just don't look. I prefer to be content in my ignorance. But I know it's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Like fortunately, like I try to make sure that my phone here is not just a video game device. Like I do other stuff on it too, but good lord. The amount of screen time dedicated to this game is it's pretty solid. It is pretty solid. I forget, for the Mephisto event, was that before or after the Mole Man expedition? I think it must have been after, because that for me was probably one of the worst bits of content that they've ever put out, that Mole Man expedition. Upgraded to iPhone 12 Pro from an iPhone X, so I'd like to think I got better. I would say so. If for nothing else, in terms of just the screen size and fidelity. Time Twin, I got ISO and skill tier 4 CC expiring. Kingpin or White Widow? Kingpin. Assuming they're both awakened. But Kingpin. Kingpin 9 times out of 10. So the too long didn't read version of that is, yeah, Kingpin for sure. The longer-winded explanation of that, Kingpin, if you need someone who has longevity for questing or for some of the more annoying events, just because not only does he shrug off debuffs, but he also heals a lot too. But if you don't have a good shock champion, and you need somebody to be able to apply that debuff, then White Widow is not bad. I just really like Kingpin as a utility option with a solid amount of damage as well. So Kingpin probably. Panther saying, "What's up, Rob? What's good, Panther? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Happy Friday. How's it going?" And then Time Twin, the other bit of that too is if you have, I'm assuming actually those are both 5 stars. Because then the argument there is that if you have either of them as 6 stars, if you would ever be interested in taking those up to rank 2 or rank 3. Because Kingpin is tricky. Kingpin as a 5-star is better. Right? He's better awakened, he's better Sig 200 and all that. However, than a 6-star rank 2 Kingpin. However, I would still take up the rank 2 Kingpin if you were planning on rank 3ing him, because otherwise that'd just be a waste of resources. It's been 84 years, Panther. 84 years. All the same, bud. It is good to see you. I have not been in streams because my electricity ran out and then the roof fell in. Jesus, well. I'm glad, I hope that you're okay. I hope that the stuff in your room is okay. Good Lord, that's harrowing. All the same, it's good to see you though. It is really good to see you. Game used to crash on certain special animations, now just crashes at random. Well, now it just crashes for the usual kabam options. Or reasons. Loading screen to open up the game is about 4 minutes. Light screens are 30 seconds. Solid. It amazes me that this game is 6 years old and there isn't a high-res and low-res option for visual effects. Like, the only way to tone down the visual effects is to just play on an older phone. Like, there's no option to turn off, like, the flashy graphics and whatnot. Or that there isn't a setting for, like, not visually impaired, but there aren't some other more accommodating options. And then that's tying in with, like, turning off the special effects, but, like, highlighting the characters and whatnot for just as, like, as an assist. Because, I mean, I've got 20/20 eyesight, right? I got 20/20 eyesight, and I'm playing on one of the shiniest, cleanest devices out there. And I still have a hard time seeing, like, Void or Nick Fury or Killmonger especially in any number of the levels here, right? The Hell level with the, was it Surtur? Just to name one, right? Because it's a black background and it's a character with black armor. And there's such minimal lighting. Let alone if they throw, like, a projectile, like Masakura's special 2, right? Where he's throwing this little tiny thing. And it just gets lost in the background because it's not, I don't want to say it's not designed very well, but for lack of a better phrase, it's not designed very well. Exhilarate saying, "What's up, Rob? What's good, Exhilarate? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. It is, well, it's officially titled the Mandalorian spoilers stream. So anybody who wants to talk spoilers about Season 2 from start to finish, you are more than welcome to. There's no holds barred. But otherwise, it's just a regular grind and chill. How's it going, bud? Boink. Peepy says, Rob, I've got a problem with bakers. Yes, bakers. They will very rarely adopt a shelter dog because they are not pure breds. Da 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 da. I see what you did there. Although, speaking of bread, get like some of those like like the oat. Oh, flip me. That's not good. You like those 8-grain loaves of bread or whatnot. Oh, that's so good. That's so nummy. Who's some good champs for Captain 3 on G-Path? I don't know off the top of my head. I need a little bit more info. Sorry. For Captain 3 on G-Path for which mode? I enjoy Widow because of how easy she is to backdraft with light intercept. Yes, especially with how rare or how challenging the game has made that nowadays. But absolutely. Andrew asks, have you cleared the Abyss yet? Yes, I have it 100%. Fun times. It was fun times. But I went through and cleared Abyss before they tweaked and nerfed a couple of those fights. So I guess bonus points, I guess. Yeah. Dom stopping in saying, howdy, Rob. Popping in here, drop a like, hang out for a bit. Well, thank you very much for dropping that like, and even more so for hanging out a bit. Good to see ya. It's really cool getting to hang out with you on your live stream the other night as well. I feel like a complete chump for for mispronouncing your name for as long as I did, but honest to goodness, when you said that you've got the background in theater, your name just it just makes sense now. It just makes sense. I can't believe I never made that connection, but I get it. I get it. Was that a role? Did you wind up playing in that production, or just a fan of the production? Do that. It's gonna be really weird in a good way, but it's gonna be really weird if and when I ever do get a 6-star thing, because I've been really, I really wanted that character when he first came out as a 6-star. Really wanted that character, and then he kind of blew up and took off because everybody had him as an Alliance War boss for the longest time. That's been like almost a year. Probably has been more than a year at this point. Still don't have them. Still would like to have them, but as I'm saying, it would just be weird to finally like cross that name off of my wish list. Pew, pew pew. Get out of here. You guys see that Mortal Kombat trailer? kind of excited about it. Billy says, well, actually, Rob, can you change the set? You can change the settings when you turn advanced settings on. Really? Is this just something that I've missed? Oh, there's like 10 secret modes. Ah. You gotta enter the Konami code as soon as you get into the settings. Like in the text box where you're supposed to sign in with your Kabam ID, it's actually the input for codes. So how you get some of the bonus characters and the unreleased characters as well. Just need to turn off the backgrounds. That would help so much. Yeah. 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 Or like even like Smash Bros on the 3DS. If you guys had ever played, right? It was a very, very successful adaptation of Smash Bros on a handheld portable, right? But one of the things that they did, just because they really wanted to make it work for everybody, is that they gave the player the option, a couple different options for visibility's sake, right? You could just play the game vanilla, the way, you know, the way you would play any other game. You could outline the characters with a really thick pencil line all the way around, so that almost looks like they're cel shaded, but not. And then the other way is to have them highlighted red. So sure, you lose out on some of the charm of like the color palette and design of the character, but you can see them, you know. Wouldn't mind something like that here as well. I'd go with the outline probably, personally. But barring that, yeah, just either turning off the backgrounds or better still, just lighting the backgrounds better would be cool. I don't think that's asking for too terribly much. A little bit of Control-Alt design. But then again, I mean, we haven't gotten a new background map in a year and a half, at least. I think they should add a colorblind option, speaking from personal experience. I'm down. I'm down. Zach says, could you do a quick look at your 6-star roster, or do you have an account tour video? I do have an account tour video, actually. A fairly recent one. I'm not sure if it... I don't remember. I don't remember if it was before or after I lucked out and pulled Strife as a 6-star. But, just to make life a little bit easier, just going to drop that here in chat. Feel free to check that out at your leisure. And cheers on the interest, bud. Special 2 from Civil Warrior usually has this flashing effect. Yeah, and then especially with Psycho Man, the Special 3 is not great for those affected by light sensitivity. Supposedly they're going to be fixing it, but I mean, we're still waiting on mastery presets. So... Billy bringing up an interesting point. I can't believe Luke coming back completely ruins Kathleen Kennedy's sequel trilogy. Stories now saying the sequel was in a different timeline. I had heard stories like that. I have also heard of people still being able to tie the two together. Either which way, like, the stories going forward involving Luke are going to try and fix the sequels, basically. So whether or not they wind up retconning them entirely or just rebranding or reformatting them, repackaging them basically, we'll see. But I have heard that as well. We'll see. I will say this, though. I'm very disappointed with how the sequel trilogy wound up playing out, because it wound up being much ado about nothing. But that having been said, I did very much enjoy Force Awakens. Still do. Like, for me, it's like, sweet, now I'm still just always going to be waiting for the follow-up to that. But Force Awakens, in my opinion, still is fantastic, just for laying groundwork for a bunch of fun possibilities, which is something the subsequent movies failed to do. And giving Lucas a bunch of credit for the prequels, right, is that it laid so much groundwork for interesting tangent stories and world building. Like, every planet that the film wound up going to, right, was a unique, interesting design with unique, interesting characters and new ships and designs and backstories and, again, like tangents, right, to explore. You know, makes you wonder how the characters got there and, more importantly, what they're going to be doing afterwards. Force Awakens was like that as well, you know. Why is Leia part of the Resistance, and why is the Resistance not part of the Republic, and why is the Republic on the outs with the Resistance, so on and so forth. Whole bit about Kylo and how he got where he was at. I enjoyed Rey being a nobody. It's like, hey, she's okay, cool, she can train to be a Jedi now too, along with Finn. You know, what's Poe been doing? What's he going to be doing? Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. But, yeah, I mean, obviously it kind of fell on its face after that, but my 2 cents. Do wish they would have kept Rey as a nobody. Fun tangent on that time twin. So I'm big on action figures and collecting and customizing, right? That's kind of one of my hobbies. Love doing that. Anyway, Hasbro put out like a tangent line to their main 6-inch Star Wars line, and Cara Dune was one of them. It was a recolor of the figure that they had released about 6 months before that. And, you know, she's a supporting character, but it's not like her costume from the show per se, right? It was a Target exclusive, and it was peg warming for like a good few months. Peg warming. You could go into stores and there were like 30 different Cara Dunes just peg warming right there. Got to a point where they clearanced it out, so a $20 figure was going for about like, you know, $10 at first, and then $8 in some places, right? Anyway, then, you know, the news broke about Gina and everything and the fallout from that, right? And the resale value, because Disney was pulling the plug on all things Cara Dune, the resale value of all of those products skyrocketed. So the peg warming toy that was selling for $8 at Target was being resold online for like 100, 120. And people were buying it in droves, you know? So, I mean, whatever I think Disney was trying to accomplish with all of that, I think it may wind up not necessarily, I don't know if backfiring is the right word for it, but they've certainly increased Gina's popularity and name recognition. Panther trying to rank my 6-star thing. Wish you the best with that. Are you trying to take him to rank 2 or rank 3? Shane popping in. What's good, Shane? Sorry, I'm getting caught up on chat, guys. Shane popping in says, hey, Rob, you feeling more confident in your Act 7-1 Legends runtime with Kabam taking more time to go through it? Any idea when it'll be coming out? I don't... Honestly, they haven't told us in CCP anything different than what they've said publicly. So there was the posting originally that there was supposed to be something out today, by today. They said end of the week, but by today. And then like 20 minutes later, Mike was out and saying, yeah, that actually, no. It'll be ready when it's ready. And that's all the information I have. I wish I had more information because I want to know too. And especially with the 7.2 beta out right now and presumably going to be released in the next like couple months, few months tops. I want to know, you know, I want to know. Am I feeling more confident about it? No. No. I'm really trying not to get my hopes up because, I mean, I did a Legends runtime and it was a time, you know, but it's not a good time. It's not a good time. I would be very happy and very, very pleasantly surprised if it winds up becoming something, if I end up getting Legends time, but I'm still going into it with the assumption that I'm going to be rank 101. But that all having been said, I'm really glad to see that they're actually taking their time with this one, because for the last couple of Legends runs, even though they said they're vetting some of the results, a lot of non-legit runs still managed to get qualifying positions, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm very curious to find out if they're ever going to release any info as to what the new detection methods are that they've been trying. Like how they're going to validate some of these runs. I don't know if they're ever going to say, but I'd be curious to know what they're trying to do different this time. I got my fingers crossed, though. Never know. Chapter 3 of the event questing Cavalier. I'm on the G path. Then no, I'm sorry. I can't help with that designs. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. I've done 2 paths. One in chapter 1, or one in the first one in the second one, and then I'm like, nah. I'll wait. So I'm sorry to say I won't be much use for that. Dom says it was a solo I had in choir to the song Rock Me Amadeus by Falco. Old 80s song. Nice. That's really cool, bud. That's really cool. I am looking forward to joining up with your next live stream. I unfortunately had to duck out before I got to the debut of the new hit single last stream. Got to catch it after the fact, but hope to catch it live later on. You never pronounced my name correctly either. Well, I'm sorry, bud. How do you pronounce it? I always say Noel. It could be Noel. But yes, please do let me know. And that's true for anybody else. If I mispronounce it, please let me know. I'm not intentionally trying to say anybody's name wrong, but you tell me how to pronounce it, and I will do my dangdest to get it right. Does anyone now have the max of a 6-star? Anybody here in chat? Not sure. If anybody in chat does have a SIG 200 6-star. Yeah, raise your hand. I do not. The closest I am, I think, is my Elsa, who is Sig 160. I think Doom is next closest at like 150, 140, something like that. But I don't want a max Sig 200 6-star. Because if you dupe them again, it's absolutely nothing. Getting caught up on chat. Andrew asks, have you ever used the game lag airplane mod effect to try again in a fight? Where you switch it to airplane mode? I have not. I have not. My game has, on occasion, crashed at very opportune times, which has allowed me to go back and retry a couple of fights. It's very curious how the game just crashes occasionally like that. But no, not the airplane mode one. Force Awakens was so repetitive from the original trilogy for me. Yeah, but I understand that point of view. I do. I really do. There was enough for me. Like it was a knockoff of A New Hope, right? Like almost beat by beat. But there was enough different that I could have forgiven it if they had done something worthwhile in the follow-up to it. But they didn't. So yeah. Yeah, no, designs, taking out those nodes, those noded fights, that helps. That helps. Kingslayer popping in saying, hey Rob, what's good, Kingslayer? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, I think, for you. Good to see you, bud. How is everything? It's really cool getting to see that Tigra Doom comparison video that you put out earlier. Well played. Well played. Tigra is such a beast. I have my 6-star unawakened at rank 2 and have been having a lot of fun with that, but I'm really tempted to take my 5-star to rank 5 as well because she's awakened. Just because her awakened ability is so useful. Having both of her different stances activated at the start and then paused on subsequent hits. You can clear out most fights that way before they fall off. But solid. Swag stopping by saying, yo, good to see you, Swag. It's been a while, bud. Hope everything's been well, and it's a pleasure getting to see you. How's it going? And half with the name change. Now it's just half. It is me, the legendary half. Legendary no more. You're a legend to me, bud. AC popping in with Pineapple. And Andy. What's up, Rob? Got 6-3 done today. Big congrats to you. Big congrats. Now, are you going to be moving on to 6-4, or what's the plan? Imagine opening 3 6-stars and then getting Rhino, Diablo, and Groot. Well, I would say that at least 2 of those 3, I think, are on the short list for buffs, right? Playing the long game. And yeah, I've been there. I've had similar pulls like that before. Cheeto saying, "What up, bro? Hope you're doing well. I am most excellent. Good to see you. Hope you are well as well." Got 7-1 done today. Pulled 6-star Void AC. God dang it, man. Your 6-star luck is freaking unreal. It is unreal. It's pronounced Noel because I take no L's. Alright, cool. Well, Noel, I will definitely remember that. I mean, if AC was talking to quitting, all AC has to do is just open up another 6-star and get another God tier champion. And he says, "How is Strife awakened?" I had a Mutant Awakening gem that I was sitting on for, I don't know, 6 months plus. I didn't know who I was going to use it on. I was waffling in between Professor X and Storm Pyramid X. But then I woke up Professor X from the featured, and Storm doesn't really need it. Like, I don't like playing Storm dangerously enough to get any benefit from her awakened ability. And then Strife came around. And I'm like, "Hey there. How you doing?" I want Favreau to introduce a Sith that is an anagram. The Rise of Darth Khan Kennelid. That's funny. But you know what? The way things are breaking down right now, I'm kind of okay with that. She can have her High Republic, and Favreau and Filoni can have everything else. And may the best storytellers win. Let's do this. Half says, "Open the things that I sent you. What'd you get?" I have not, actually. I have not. Could open that right now, actually. Cheers again for that. I really appreciate it, Half. That was very kind. That was very kind and most generous. Thanks, bud. Doink. Well, I didn't touch my units from 6-3, but my item stash took quite the beating. Plan is to do a couple more rank ups, being Ghost and Colossus, and build my stash up again before I finish Act 6. Very wise. That is very, very wise. Dude, my 5-star Daredevil Classic today. Billy, shut up. Go away. I'm so jealous. I am so jealous. Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character, period. Daredevil Classic was my first big rank up, right? I love that character even still. I mean, I said it before, I said it again, the minute I get Daredevil Classic, and I'm gonna get him eventually, but the minute I do, it's an instant awakening Sig 200, rank him up as far as he can. I love that dude so much still. Jokes aside though, big congrats. That is very, very fortuitous. Don't mind me, just so much salt. Happy for you, but salt. Pulled a 6-star Warlock and 5-star OG Black Widow the other day from the romance stuff. It's good on you guys. It's really nice to see people pulling good stuff out of those crystals. Like, you see this stuff on Reddit, and you see like people on Twitter periodically posting like, "I got like 3 6-stars," and it's like, good for you. But that isn't, you know, that's really the exception more so than the norm. But it's nice, you know, hearing you guys here in chat Some of you guys getting to pull some cool stuff too. Dude, Billy, I am, man. I am. More so with the Daredevil even than like Scarlet Witch. Like Scarlet Witch is like, that's cool. I'd like to have one of those guys. But like Daredevil Classic is like a trophy. It's like a big, big trophy champ for me. Just because it means more to me, I think personally. Just again for who the character is relative to like his place in the game. But but good for you. But really, really, jokes aside, good for you. I'm popping in saying, hey bro, when do you have the next incursions push? I want to run some with you. I'm thinking probably Sunday for the serial stream. Because I'm down for some incursions as well. It's been a couple of weeks, and I'm ready. So how about that? The unofficial push for incursions, Sunday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Sunday serial stream. Looking forward to seeing you guys there and try and run as many as we can in a few hours' time. Speaking of which, we are about an hour into the stream exactly, so bear with me for a minute for a couple of shameless plugs. First of which, if you are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. It is a pleasure getting to see you guys, chat with you guys, hang out a bit. We're going to be going for another couple hours, or another hour, couple hours here, something like that. I'm Rob vonShoe. It is, again, a pleasure getting to meet you. If you would, kindly consider hitting the like button on the video. That is very much appreciated. Helps the channel grow, and that would be really cool. Also, a shameless plug of the evening, number 2. Posted it today, but I am posting an open invitational to join for the 3-Star SmackDown. It is a community-wide open invite to anybody and everybody who has a 3-Star Elsa Bloodstone. Point there being is that take that 3-Star Elsa Bloodstone and see how much damage you can do against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier in 3 minutes time using no boosts, damage mastery is optional, and any synergy team of your liking. Record that, throw me a link, and the 3 fastest times are going to get featured on the Season 1 finale of 3-Star SmackDown here in about 3 weeks' time. And those 3 winners will, or the 3 finalists will have eternal glory. Certainly have some bragging rights too. So I got a video posted on my channel. That was the most recent video from a little bit earlier today. It's also posted on Twitter, and I got a YouTube post as well. I'm going to be talking it up for the next 3 weeks at least. So if you're interested, if for nothing else, if you're interested in doing something that isn't grinding arena or running Cavalier or side event quests, yeah, give it a whirl. What the heck? Why not, right? Panther asks, what is... I think... okay. What if you saved all your units, how many would you have? Given in how much time? In like a week? A month? What are we looking at? If it's in a week, I'd say a good 1,000 plus. If it's a month, a few thousand, several thousand, easily, probably. I know it's a bit dated, and just to plug a different YouTuber's video, but Brian Grant, I think about a year ago, came out with a video saying how you can get like 1,000 units a week, something like that. Now, I mean, granted, the methods that he goes about in getting that 1,000 units is really unrealistic, because it would involve you playing the game non-stop all day, grinding out every single milestone in every single arena all the time, plus all the different difficulties and all the different side events. Plausible, but not realistic. But he does outline a couple of different ways and different areas to get units. So again, it's an older video. I'm not sure how well it holds up in today's meta, but you could get a few. You could get a few. I've got 3,000 units saved up. How many revives and pots you guys recommend I save for 6.4? 6.4 actually isn't as bad as 6.2. So however many you saved up for 6.2, probably do that just to be on the safe side. Of course, it also really depends on how many of those 4-hour crystals that you've managed to save up. That certainly is going to help a lot too. I would say revives are going to be more useful than pots, especially if you bring a Heimdall on your squad. But Lefty stopping by. What's good, Lefty? Happy Friday, bud. Always a pleasure. How's it going? Bro, I'm like 3,000 units, or 3,000 away from my 6th. I don't know where to get more. I'm starting to get really desperate. Yeah, that's the crummy thing. Is that the best answer is usually just wait. Because this game makes it extremely expensive to jump ahead. Falcon also pulled a 5-star OG Daredevil today. Big congrats. Big congrats. I think I exhausted all of my salt on poor Billy here, but don't worry, give it a little bit. And the salt will start to flow again. There we go. Still getting caught up on chat. Good lord. I'm sorry, guys. Billy says it's been a real skill month for me. Variant 6 got 2 skill rank ups. Opened 3 5-stars. Got Fury twice. Then Kingpin. And Romance crystals. Got Daredevil twice and still 12 skill tier 4 CC. It's weird, right? Yes and no. I mean, weird, yes. Just purely statistically based. But this game has a huge knack for, like, when it rains, it pours. In terms of like class crystals and characters, right? So especially like whenever I finish a variant and then open up the variant loot, inevitably the loot is going to skew heavily towards one class, and like that's the class that my account is going to be tagged with for a good while. So for you right now it's skill. For me it seems to be mutant more often than not. Yeah, I mean, everybody's account is a little bit different in that regard. But, yeah, I mean, solid pulls. Solid pulls. Not happy, but not upset. Just do my 6-star ghost with a feature 6-star crystal. Forget, is that a first-time dupe or like a multiple-time dupe? Ghost is my last featured 6-star crystal pull too, and I can't be mad because I mean it's 6-star Ghost, right? And nowhere near max sig, so I'll take that. But at the same time too, it's like cool. Would have preferred like the brand new Dormammu, you know, or brand new Killmonger, but brand new Hulk. I'm so on the fence with Immortal Hulk. Like I see the video that Seaton put out with Immortal Hulk and that Slayer of Gods put out with Immortal Hulk, and like he can do one thing. Now one thing he can do really well, but that's about it. So it's like I don't really want to invest a whole lot of resources taking my 5-star up, but I'm not going to be getting the 6-star anytime soon though either, you know? So it's like, do I or don't I? Half says, just give me a week time. I'm preparing for Professor X solo. He basically does 60,000 every special 2 with 20 plus prowess. Yeah, you throw a mutant boost on there too. That's really spicy. 1,600 hours for Andy. Well, nice. Good afternoon. Almost there, guys. Almost caught up. Cheeto, what is your alt account? Billy says, I think I'm about the only person that does the hardest path first, then every other path seems easier, and knowing I did the hardest takes away the pressure and I die less. No, that is a good rule of thumb. It's good reverse psychology. Or psychology, I suppose. I try and do that too. Like, not this time, just because I haven't done any of it yet, but usually I try and do like the 4-star challenge first for the initial clear for Cav, and then go back in for, you know, everything else afterwards, because I got the hard stuff done, the annoying stuff. Now it's just, you know, cleaning it up. Confused table cats. Finally got my first iPhone, and right when I opened a PHC on it, it's spoiled what it was. It said first 3-star right when I tapped it. Oh, interesting. No, that's an interesting pop-up. I don't remember getting pop-ups like for the first time that you pull something 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. Either which way, I mean, congrats on the brand new 3-star and the first 3-star as well. And good to see you, bud. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. Hope your Friday is most excellent. Good to see you. I didn't say it like that, Billy. There's enough salt for everybody. Is cursed by science. 2 tier 4 CCs and overflow. Absolutely, literally nobody in the science class. Sounds like it's time to start ranking up some 4-stars out of desperation almost. Yo, Rob, you gotta check out my Abyss Path 3 trailer. Sure. You got it, bud. Hey, anytime we could get some more Mystic champs, that'd be pretty cool, right? But let's cut that conversation off right there, just in case things might start going into potential spoiler territory for WandaVision. We could spoil the heck out of Mandalorian, but with WandaVision, should probably play that one pretty close to the chest for a little bit still, just depending on potential different ways of how the story may or may not play out the rest of the season. ...2020 and 2021 has been amazing for me. Nice. That's a big plus. Fried Nuggets popping in saying, yo, Rob, how's your day? I'm doing awesome. Watched Fantastic Four. Oh, I'm gonna get wrecked right here. Watch Fantastic Four movie. And it was a fantastic movie. I see what you did there. The original Fantastic Four with like Michael Chiklis and Jessica Alba, or Fan Four Stick. But also scary when they transformed. Well, there you go. Glad you enjoyed it. I am doing most excellent. It has been a really good day. I'm excited for the weekend. Excited for some of the stuff coming out here. Things yet to come. It's going good. It's going really good. Boink. I think February is my luckiest month. It's when I accomplished a lot of stuff, crystal-wise and content-wise. Good, good. Get them lucky months in when you can. I don't know why, but I thought it was Civil Warrior there for a second. It's weird. Especially Doom, but Human Torch scene gave me chills because it was too cool. They definitely got that good. They definitely got that part down good. Billy, but I'm not getting a single science 5-star, and I want to rank up 5 stars, not 4 stars. Yeah, but I mean, then that's kind of your a really tough position to be in too, because I mean, if you rank nobody up, then the catalysts expire. You could trade them in the trade-in store where you trade in 2 catalysts to get 1 random something else, but I don't know. Me personally, my 2 cents, I always prefer to rank somebody up, even if it's not somebody I'm excited to rank up, just so I don't have catalysts expiring. But you do you, of course. Zach says, all right, I gotta head out. Good night, my dudes. Take care, Zach. Thank you for hanging out. Have a most excellent night, and we'll catch you later, bud. If you want to choose between the 2 Titans, Godzilla and Kong, who would you choose and why? King Kong. Just because he's smarter. I don't like how they make King Kong the same size as Godzilla. I would have preferred King Kong to be like half his size and going up against this giant lizard dragon. But I still say, as far as the movie goes, there's going to be a third party. Like Doomsday is going to show up. And like Batman and Superman are going to stop fighting each other and just fight Doomsday. That Godzilla and King Kong are going to team up in a buddy action movie. Take on like Robo Mothra or somebody. I don't know. One of the kaiju. I think you missed the comment where I told you my alt account's name. I did actually. I'll scroll up here in a sec. Let's see where you at. Where was that at? Account's name is Noob Above All. Gotcha. Noob Above All. With Miles here. So you got that hype going, duped Gilly, nice. Sparky, tried and true, and Havoc too for good measure. Yeah, I think that's off to a good start. Solid rank ups right there, and really lucky still that you got Sparky awakened. Nice, bud. Good start. I don't like how they did Mecha Godzilla. They might do a Mecha Godzilla. Wouldn't that be something? Then Robo King Kong. the robots duel with the robots. And all of a sudden a Gundam just pops out of nowhere. Because why not? If you've seen a Rampage, that's the same story arc for Kong v Godzilla. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping they do something different and it's a surprise twist out of someplace. We'll see. Like, I think it's going to be a fun movie. I'm not expecting a lot from it. Just so long as it isn't like Battleships, the movie. Nugget says, now I'm going to watch the 2005 Fantastic Four BRB. Enjoy. It's different. It is different. I still like it. It definitely shows signs of age. I'd be really interested to see what they could do with a suit nowadays, instead of having like Michael Chiklis in a very obvious rubber suit. I still think it looks better than the Jamie Bell CG version, but I definitely think they could improve on that a lot nowadays too. Hey, Rono popping in saying, yo, what up, buddy? Well, you know, a little of this, a little of that. Hanging out here, enjoying a solid Friday live stream. Looking forward to the weekend and getting some Z's too. But I can't complain. I can't complain. How are you doing? How's your week been, and what do you got going on this weekend? I'm gonna go clear some content. Well, good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor. But I seriously don't like the 1998 Godzilla. Yeah, that was the American Godzilla. They were hyping that up so much at the time. I never saw it when it came out. I mean, I was a kid, and I was just like, eh. But I remember the promotions that they were doing through Taco Bell and whatnot. All the different like prizes and toys and whatnot, and the commercials that the late '90s Chihuahua dog was a part of. Classic late '90s. They took the god out of Godzilla. Yeah. They needed to introduce a new way to make Godzilla, a newer way to make Godzilla interesting, right? Because he's been like rising out of the sea and knocking buildings over and destroying cities for what, 60 years, something like that. And you can, you know, have him look shinier and light it better and have the cities look more realistic as the years go by, but I don't know. Somebody a lot smarter than me would need to write and pen that, but could be interesting, I think. Do the 98 movie version of having a bunch of little baby Godzillas running around. Good, grinding out the newest variant. Been lazy, but now I've got Tier 2 Alpha expiring. There you go. Who do you want to rank up? Well, it sucks when I've got like 2 assignments done in 3 hours. I'll wait though. Have to watch this stream. Well, I appreciate that, bud. I appreciate that. And if nothing else, you can always just go up to the teacher in charge and just say, hey, I would have done this, but we're talking about Mechagodzilla and firing missiles at the baby Godzillas. And, you know, one thing led to another, and I just lost track of time. The professor would be like, yo, I totally get it. That sounds way more interesting than the assignment. I mean, at least I think so, in my humble opinion. Boink. Come on. Get there. There we go. Ah, that was close. I was worried that was gonna not go super great. Like I said, this is like the 3rd or 4th thing I've gone up against in just the arena run here tonight. Speaking of which, though, I'm really glad that MCOC was not around when I was in school. I'd have been in such trouble. I mean, now I can get in trouble at work, but they won't be able to confiscate my device or give me detention or anything like that. So, I'll take that. I don't know when Cheeto became a mod, but I wholeheartedly approve. I don't either. I press the live stream button, and then next thing I know, it's the end stream button, and everything in between is just a complete blank. I think I've got like this Jekyll and Hyde thing going. Well, need to catch some Z's. Have a great night, and take care, chat. Take care, Billy. Hope you have a most excellent evening. Get some Z's. We'll catch you later. It's a bold move to keep punishing Torch with Darkhawk. I was like, well, yeah, well, I mean, it's either going to go great or it's not. It's like, if it's... The alternative is me, like, dancing around and trying to bait out a special, and the AI here hates me, so I'll take my chances. Want them to bring Biolante and Hedorah. Make Biolante team up with Godzilla to stop Hedorah. Man, I have no idea about Godzilla villains. No idea. I got Mothra and Mechagodzilla. I know those two. The other ones, not as much. Maybe like a Street Fighter game with Godzilla and its cast of characters. I mean, they might bring it. Might bring him back. Might bring or invent somebody else entirely. They get Bryan Cranston to come back because of some freaky, wonky mutation nonsense. He turns into a giant monster. I figured it was worth a shot. Trying to block that. Come on. Me going up against Korg here with no hella protection. Like, most of the damage here, not all of it, of course. Most of the damage here is just punching into his stupid rock stacks and hurting myself. I love Korg. Time Twin reminding me, preaching to the choir. Whoa, that is scary, Rob. Just remember, I never want to be stuck with that blue wrench. I'm getting nightmares thinking about it. I'm going to have to send you a post-it note reminder to remind me not to. You don't need to worry about those post-it notes. You don't need to worry about the post-it notes. I got you. I got it covered. Got it dialed in. Most certainly will not be sending any blue wrenches your way. I know you have blue wrenchophobia. Wouldn't want to do that to you. Man, I just sang the Darkhawk song in my head. I would sing it on stream, but I just would not do it justice. I think Dave, whatever he's doing right now, will just like shudder, get a cold chill up his spine. That's how bad it would be. Panther gonna be heading out too. Alright, good to see you, bud. Good to see you. I'm glad that you are well after all of those misadventures. We'll catch you later. Bylante is the plant monster, while Hedera is the blob of garbage. Interesting. I mean, there was that giant, like, what? Continent-sized trash pile floating through the Pacific someplace. Just throw a little bit of retro mutagen ooze on it or something. Have it mutate. There we go. Already on a roll. We got the origin story right there. Boink. Boink. If you do mod Time Twin, it could be dangerous because he could censor himself in the past. Time travel is dangerous. It's true. It's all wibbly wobbly and silly like that. Tom popping in saying, hello, Rob and chat. Good to see you, Tom. Happy Friday. Hope you are doing well, bud. It is always a pleasure. Gio says, wow, maxed out Darkhawk. Have not seen that before. How do you like him? I love him. I love him. He is 565, Sig 200, and super useful. Super useful. He used to solo Alliance War minis for me for map 7 all 5 days. And as soon as you throw that special tree and get him into his damage phase, he just goes crazy. But you really do need him awakened, and you really do need a lot of signature stones, signature levels on him. Like at least 140. But the more the merrier. But very solid champ. Uh-oh. Come on. Get out of here. Yeah, but he's pretty decent by himself, though, too. I mean, obviously, if you pair him up with a couple of his synergy options, of course, you know, he has a couple more toys and tools at his disposal, but otherwise, I mean, even if you don't, it's still really good. And a great defensive option, too. Offensively, that's where I use him the most, but if you are more so inclined, a lot of defensive options, too. Because anytime you knock him down, whether it's with a heavy attack or a special or whatever, then he gets that annoying auto block shield up. People just start having a bad time after that. Thanks, Rob. Been drinking Scotch whiskey. Watch episode 6 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. There you go. What'd you think? Love that show. It's so good. It's so good. And it's fun. Again, it's interesting, it's clever, and it's fun. All those things. So, hats off to everybody putting that together, and I'm really interested to see what they wind up doing with Season 3 in a couple of years. Do that, do that, do that. Because I think that's what they said. They're skipping over next year to focus on something else. Guys, we all know how Kong v Lizard will go down. Jet Jaguar will come in and end the bickering diplomatically. I think that's what it will be. Then everybody will have a nice sit down, have a nice cup of joe, have a couple of crackers while they're at it, and just part ways as friends. Be like Mortal Kombat. Instead of a fatality, it's a friendship. What the heck is everybody supposed to use all the love potion on? Since they gave it at the end, exploration, so dumb. Probably for that stupid 4-star challenge if you haven't done it already. Because you're going to need a lot of pots for that from what I hear. Well. At least that's where mine's going to be going. But I agree. I agree. Rather short-sighted. Boink. It's very good. I've seen them all. I just wanted to watch that again. They fight a lot of stormtroopers. Yes, that they do. That they do. I think the one thing that I would like to see more of in Mandalorian and some of the other future spin-off projects as well is to increase the fear of the stormtroopers again, you know? Because, you know, Ben Kenobi wasn't afraid of them, but he had a very unique respect for them and the awareness of their abilities. But everywhere else, they're just like walking memes, you know? So I'd appreciate a little bit of that being brought back into it, but otherwise, yeah, just watch them just get rinsed in hand-to-hand combat. It's pretty satisfying. Little chunks of their armor getting chipped off. PP is not doing the 4-star challenge, and you cannot make me. Well, you know, if you put it that way, I don't think there's anything I can do to convince you otherwise. Boink. Have you ever thought about doing a second account? All the time. All the time. And I would do a lot of different things with it, right? Just playing the game again for fun, right? But then also, you know, get a fresher perspective of what it takes to get an arena going with the newer accounts or be able to finish content and stuff like that. So I would like to. I want to get a couple of the projects off of my plate that I've got going right now, because I know as soon as I do that, then I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, but it's going to also be a solid time commitment. So it's on the wish list. It's on the wish list. Gio says, all right, I actually have to get these assignments done. Not trying to fail my English class. Have a good one, bro. See ya. Good luck on those assignments, and you know, do feel free to try that one on your teacher there. That I just got caught up with a really interesting discussion on a live stream. Lost track of time. Don't know what happened. I want to see stormtroopers playing a game of pool They'll last forever because no one would sink a shot. Yep. Well, for one, because, I mean, the poor actors wouldn't even be able to see out of the frickin' helmets in the first place. Like, still as a fun bit from A New Hope, when they're on the Death Star and the stormtroopers are marching through the door. One of them bonks their head on the door because they can't freaking see it through the helmet. I love it. I love it. As Kong and G-Man part, they realized it wasn't about the brawl, but it was about the unspoken friendship between themselves as they brawled. I think so. Or, you know what else? They just need another giant-sized cat monster. And there you go. You've got Rampage right there. You got the giant gorilla, you got the giant lizard, and then you've got the giant cat person. Saber-tooth or otherwise. It's a prequel to the Dwayne Johnson movie. Although, funnily enough, I don't think I saw it. What am I doing right here? This and this. And this. Let's do that. Yeah. Suddenly Betty White just pops out. Definitely dug the those old commercials from last year, a year and a half ago. Kudos to the Snickers marketing department for a fun idea. Side accounts are fun. I just pulled 4-star Scarlet Witch from a 4-star Crystal and have to do the journey to Sig 99 all over again. Well, yeah, but then it's also nice to have a Scarlet Witch who's relevant, you know. To have one in the first place, sure, is great, but also have one that can actually, like, compete with content. It's very good. Very nice. Second accounts are really nice to rank up different champions. Yep. And, I mean, if you hang on to the second account, be solid for a gifting event later on around the holidays, too, seeing as how that's legal, apparently, to have multiple accounts and then just gift yourself. There we go. Hey man, Betty White has found, like, I don't know, fountain of, not the fountain of youth, but the fountain of just tenacity keeps on going. It's her superpower right there. Hey bud, how you doing? Thank you for stopping in. I am going to butcher your name horribly. I apologize about that, but either how do you pronounce it or how would you like to be called? Good to see you all the same, and thank you for stopping into the stream. Pleasure having you here. I don't know if you can do this, but could you guess my age? 17. Going on 42. Somewhere in there. I don't know. We got Corvus on my side account, but not my main. That's also what I'm afraid of, too, is I actually pulled some some spicier champs earlier on than I did in this one, and I wound up liking that account better for that reason. Or that progression better, I should say. ASWD. Gotcha, bud. Duly noted. Her and the queen drink the same water. And they must have. I think they must have. Although I've never seen the two of them side by side either. Betty White's just been playing the role for a long time. It's a great gig. Hey, PP wins the brownie points for the evening. Nice. Good on you. Come on. Come on. Doink. Do that. Stabby, stabby. Dexy, Dexy. Awesome. There's that. So we're getting there. Making progress. Almost done with the 6 stars. But... oh, man. That's a lot of cosmics left. Oh well. Meme the duck. Hopefully, Howard gets a buff. And by buff, I mean they change his vocals. That's all Howard needs. He doesn't need a new kit. He doesn't need new animations. He doesn't need a numbers tune-up. He just needs to not have those sound effects anymore. Queen is Betty White's decoy. She will broker a peace with Boss Nass and free Naboo. Then hold that giant glowy, whatever it is, glowy energy ball over her head. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to destroy the droid gun control ship. And it's just going to work out super great. It's a plan. No. Stop it. Stop it, Domino. I don't like it. I'm touchy. 70s Japanese Spider-Man for MCOC. Yeah. I'd be game. Sure, at some point he's going to make a cameo in one of the Spider-Verse movies or productions. But now that Disney owns like Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, it'd be cool if it came out as like a show or a short series or something. Pulled a 6-star Sunspot as my first 6-star on the alt account. Solid. You have him as a 4-star maxed out, and I'm doing Act 5 with him. Nice. Like, sky's the limit for champions that they could introduce. Like, I'm really surprised they haven't done Paper Bagman as a version of Spider-Man. Or Ben Reilly. They haven't done much of any Spider-Verse anything for a while. Get Kraven in game. That could be fun. Kraven then having like a big game synergy with like Tigra and Rhino. Or like a Hunter's synergy with Elsa. That'd be a pretty fun trifecta there. Hunter, or Craven, Tigra, Elsa. I'd be all for it. Especially if the synergies overlap and work out really nice. Dang, that Spider-Man really is something else, huh? Putting all those other people to shame. I think that's what it is. He has this like OP kit. Spider-Man Noir with Nick Cage noises. Oh boy. We have enough characters in this game with interesting, unique noises. Last thing I need is Nick Cage playing in my ear right now every time I get punched in the face. Excuse me. What's next? But then there's all the other characters you could introduce too, and I mean, this game is certainly not shy on introducing characters that you've never heard of, or with little to no fan following or cult following, and making them absolutely broken. So hopefully, at the same time, we also get a couple more random characters like that, and get a couple extra spicy options too. 70s Japanese Spider-Man created Power Rangers and Voltron. Think about that. Yeah, and the huge following and everything that those two shows have done themselves in their own right too. Spider-Man's a legend. Boink. It's always interesting how things like that wind up snowballing, you know? Like it starts off as this one little random thing, and then it kind of spawns and helps create another, and that snowballs into something bigger still. Boink. Alrighty.
So those are the little poopers.
Let's do something here. Let's do something here. So, here's the thing, guys. We got time. I got time. Do one more round. One more round for this evening's live stream here. And let's throw up. Let's go big. Make a Mystic and APOC Fest. And then while I'm doing this, then I'm going to open up a 4-star crystal after that. And if you want to guess who the champ is going to be out of that, feel free. While I'm getting some brownie points that away as well. But while I'm playing this out, I'm also going to do a last bit of shameless plugs for the evening. Top plug, of course, is the open invite to the season finale of 3-Star SmackDown. So if your game, you, my good friends, out there and you are into the YouTubes, are welcome to throw down using a 3-star Elsa Bloodstone against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. You got 3 minutes to see how much damage you can do with no boosts. Damage mastery is optional, and any synergy and mastery setup to your liking. So feel free to record that, shoot me a link, and then whoever has the 3 fastest times will get featured in the finale video and win eternal bragging rights and glory. Got 3 weeks to do that, so just get it into me before the 12th of March, and we'll go from there. Got a video on my page there just going over specifics and details and all of that, but I'm going to keep pitching that here for the next couple weeks, see how that all goes. If you have not already, if you would kindly like the video, because that helps the channel grow. That'd be very cool and very, very much appreciated. This being Friday means that the next stream will be Sunday for incursions. We'll be doing a bunch of incursion runs with subs on the Cereal Sunday stream. We'll be doing all of that while munching on a nummy bowl of delicious cereal. Which cereal it's going to be this week is anybody's guess, but tune in, find out. Pour yourself a bowl of something nummy and delicious, and we'll go from there. There's that. All right, so 4-star crystal opening time. Who do you think it's going to be? I'm going to guess this time it's going to be a 4-star Dormammu. That's my guess. So bring that up here. Also, let's get a raid going too while it's spinning up. I'm going to put a link in the chat there to... Let's go Dormammu. Let's go say hey to Max. Haven't said hey to Max in a good, well, at least a little less than about a week, give or take. Be the hashtag Rob Von Raid. Go from there. But it has been an absolute pleasure getting to hang out and chat with you guys here tonight. Happy Friday again. I'm Rob vonShoe. Give that a tap. Come on, Dormammu. Phoenix. Well, maybe next time. One of these days I'm going to guess it right and it's just going to blow my mind. But anyway, guys, got a link to Max's channel over there. I'm going to stop by, say howdy. Hope to see you guys there. And then hope to see you again on Sunday, too, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Incursions with Subs Sunday Serial Stream. I'm Rob vonShoe. It has been a pleasure. Hope you guys are well. And until next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, all. Bye for now.